Spoiler alert. This is your last chance to turn away. Do not watch if you do not want to be spoiled by the Lunar Beauty Advent Calendar, because in this video, I'm going to unbox the whole thing. So I'll be unboxing the Lunar Beauty Advent Calendar for 2022, which is a complete eyeshadow palette. So you probably already know that, but every day there's a new eyeshadow single that you complete into a palette. And I think that's so freaking cute. I honestly didn't even watch the launch video for this for Manny MUA. I wanted to be completely surprised, so I didn't even see what the first two were that he sneak pooped, whatever. He did a sneak peek with two shades. I don't even know what those were because I wanted to but I can't wait for my 12 days of Christmas. You know, I got to do it right here, right now. So I already see the eyeshadow palette and I think that's so freaking stunning. That's beautiful. So let's unbox. But before we do, subscribe so you don't miss out on my future beauty videos, which I post multiple times a week, and you don't want to miss out on that. But I'm ready to go, and if you are too, then let's go, boo. Boop. Okay, so it came in a box within a box, and then it has this cute little Lunar Beauty tissue in there. Let's open her up. Ooh. Okay, I did hear on, and I was so glad I listened to it because I didn't watch the launch video, but it probably was important. If you missed it too, I'll fill you in. I was listening to the Full Coverage podcast, which is Manny MUA and Laura Lee's podcast. He was letting us know that there was an issue with one of the shades, so they included the fixed one on the outside, I believe it is. So that's one of the shadows in there for one of the days. So you'll have double, but one of them, it's just not pressed as well or something like that. So it might be smashed up. And even like the single packaging of this is so cute. I've only seen those flat sleeves. This one's a little bit bigger and I think that's adorable. I'm assuming that's what the rest of the cartons are going to look like. P.S. If I sound kind of nasally and a little bit off today, it's because I was sick all week and I'm not 100% recovered yet, but I'm recovered enough to film this video and I couldn't wait any longer. It's been sitting on my makeup desk for a week now and I'm just like, let me open it! Okay, ooh, this looks so fun! Oh, I'm so excited! Okay, let's open her up. I don't know, he probably showed this already, but because I didn't see anything, like this is so pretty to just display. And then you open it up and there are the little doors for the 12 days of Christmas and then the palette down here. Let's open up the palette and see what that looks like. It's just gonna be harder to do than, it's a little bit harder. Oh, hang on. It's a little bit harder to do than I was expecting. Is there a trick to this? It's like, cause it's like really firm cardboard. Okay, here we go. Hang on, it's not ripping okay, it's not ripping as smooth as I thought. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's do this for real. Okay. Okay, there's the palette. Ooh, it's so pretty. Let's pop that out. Ooh. Here is the palette. It's all textured and everything. The moon is even raised, which I believe he has in some of his packaging already. And that is what the inside is with the mirror. So you have round magnetic singles that can be popped in there. Now that the palette's out of the way, let's start with day one. To like punch it. Oh, my nails are not liking this. Pull it through here. They are the little boxes in there. And let's see what this one is. Okay, and then it's the little plastic single. Oh, look at that gold. That is glorious. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Okay, I'm gonna pop these in while I go, but I'm gonna swatch at the very end. Okay, so stay tuned for swatching. That looks so just rich though and like creamy. It looks like a beautiful. It's hard not to just swatch and stick my fingers all up in it. I'm gonna put them in order too. So pop it in like this. Ooh, stuck right in there. Easy peasy. Yay! Go into number two. Ooh, look at that rich purpley eggplant color. Oh, that's gorgeous with that gold. It's gonna be it's so satisfying popping these in. That's fun. This is like, makes you feel like creative and like, ooh, this is so like unique and fun and different. Like seriously, how have eyeshadow palette advent colors not been a thing yet? It's wild. In 2022, look at that. Ooh, it's so fun. Day three. Okay, that's like a champagne gold shade. I'd be interested to see that swatched against the first one that we did. I'm kind of like, I'm a little envious of those that are waiting because that's fun like every day to open up a new one. But this is fun too, opening up all at once. Day four. What is it gonna be? Ooh, I love that shade of brown. That's really pretty. These pans are pretty decent size too. Like they're not teeny tiny. They're a good standard size. Little critique, tiny critique. I wish these were a little bit more nail friendly. Like on the little things, I wish that they just took off that top tab Probably be more expensive though, and made it just to be like that, so that way you could just stick your finger in. Because us beauty people, you know, we're always having nails and stuff, and even though I have my natural nails today, they're actually a little bit more delicate, so I'm worried that I'm gonna rip them off as I'm going through these. But that's just a little critique that I have. Day 5. Another champagne color. Okay, interesting. Okay, no, sorry. I'm looking through my monitor as I'm sneak peeking it through you guys. This one is like a highlighty shade, very light, different enough, but still cohesive, if that kind of makes sense. Let's go into day 6. Ooh, wasn't expecting that. That's a really pretty mustard shade. Okay, and that's day 6. We are halfway done so far. We got 3 mattes and 3 metallic-y shimmers. Ooh, I can't wait to swatch them. I cannot wait. Oh, a nice brown metallic shimmer. They look so rich. Seriously, it's taking everything in me not to go ahead and just swatch it. Going into day 8. Ooh, was not expecting that at all. Oh, that is such a cool green. I really like that. That's very different than some of his other palettes that I've seen. By the way, I've never used anything from Lunar Beauty before, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to try some of his shadows and some of his formulas because, hello, haven't used it yet, and I won't have any repeat shades since I don't have anything yet. Not that he's using repeat shades, but, you know, it will be a totally new, totally different thing to my collection. That is such a pretty shade, and I'm loving it up against that plum. It's like a different holiday vibe, which I'm digging. So we're going up to day 9 now, and I just found the little one that came on the side. It says on the little packaging, I ripped it off in a rush, excitement, and I was just too excited, but then just on my desk I saw, oh yeah, this says replace for day 9. It says, hi loves, please replace day 9 shadow with this one instead, since that one was a mistake. That was really cool. I thought that they took initiative and went ahead and got the replacement as soon as possible and just put it on the side. It was a bummer that they couldn't install it right inside, but it was already all glued down, which he explained on his podcast. So, and maybe in the video too, like I said, I didn't watch the video, didn't want any spoilers, even though this is a spoiler video that I'm making. But anyways, moral of the story is some brands would just be like, whatever, like it is what it is, it's fine. But he wanted to keep that quality up to par of whatever it was that he wanted for this formula to be, and he sent the replacement. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I guess I'll open the mistake first. I'm really curious to see what it was. So day 9. Okay. That is, yeah, it's like a green shade that has a very cool shift. It looks totally fine to me, but let's open the one that he wanted it to be. Okay, I guess this one, yeah, it does just look more loosely pressed. This one has a harder press to it, but to me this looks similar to some of the other ones that he put in there, so that's interesting. I'll have to do a little swatch comparison just of these two to see what's really different, you know? It might just, I think was he saying that it might crumble easier, it might break easier? No, I don't know. That was like a week ago, which feels like a year ago in my sick brain, my mom brain, my week that I've had. Whatever, let's go to day 10. Oh, my nails, if I break a nail doing this, I'm gonna be so frustrated. Okay, day 10, let's go. Ooh, perfect complementary brown, kind of camel-y brown shade. Oh, I'm loving this bottom row. I really am. Oh, those greens. They look so good together. Ah, these are so not nail friendly. Ow. Day 11. Ooh. Oh, that's gorgeous. Is that my favorite one so far? Maybe. It's like a rose gold, but I see little yellowy, maybe brownish shimmer flakes in there. That's fun. Oh, it's all coming together now. It's all coming together. We got one more shade. It's like a beautiful rose gold. That is stunning. Stunning. Gorgeous. Day 12, last one. Oh, so sad. And a black. Ooh, that'll be nice to deepen up some of these looks. Oh. That looks like a really nice black. I just did a whole video swatching all of my blackest eyeshadows in my collection. I wonder if this one can compete with those ones. And pop that in. Pop. Okay, there it is. There is the completed palette. What do you think of that? Is that something that you're interested in? Are you liking this color story? What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's do some swatches though and see how they look. So here are all of the swatches. You guys, I honestly think these metallics are where they are at. The formula feels so rich and buttery as I'm applying it, and the shimmer shifts are really, really gorgeous. They look like high impact metallics that are not messing around. They are here to play. That is stunning. But even the matte formulas, they're very buttery, very smooth feeling, not dusty or dry. They just feel really nice, and look at, they're gonna be very pigmented. Even that black is very rich and very intense. And now I'm swatching the number 9 shades together. This one that they sent, the first one, yeah, it is kind of crumbling as I'm swatching it. It is, wow, it is very rich though, but I could see how it might fall apart on you. It's very oily feeling, you know, and maybe it won't keep very well. I don't know. Yeah, the one that he replaced feels much smoother, but it's not as rich on the shade. Interesting. Okay, now what am I going to do with this one that I want to keep? Because I like this formula, but I feel like that one, it's going to go bad faster because you can really feel the oils in it, you know? I think what I'll do is I'll keep the little carton that it came in, and I'll pop it in there, and when I feel like using it, maybe I'll just use it over the next couple months and then toss it. I'll keep it in there in my eyeshadow collection. So overall thoughts, this was fun. It was really fun and exciting. Like I said, I cannot believe nobody else has done an eyeshadow palette advent calendar yet. That seems so like obvious, yet here we are in 2022, and maybe this is the first brand. Like I said, I haven't thought of any other brands that have done this before. Based on the packaging, I'm a little surprised by the color story, just because like this is very purplies and blues, and I was kind of expecting that kind of frosty winter palette, and you're getting some frosty shades in here, like that metallic it is so stunning. Honestly, I can't even get like a good, but I'll try to get good video of it because it has such a pretty bluish pinky shift to it. It's not like a duochrome necessarily, but it is just, it's really gorgeous and frosty. I was kind of expecting more tones like that, maybe even with the berry tones and like a couple golds, but I can kind of see where the inspiration was with this, in the sense of trying to please as many people as possible, because when you're getting a completely surprise palette, that has to be hard, because you don't want to do something so bold that your customers are turned off by it and they don't like that, but you don't want to do something too neutral where your bolder customers are feeling let down. I feel like this is a pretty good balance of both worlds, where you have your neutral shades that'll play really nicely, and then you have these not just pops of color, because I hate to say that, brands like Too Faced and Tarte, they do pops of color. These colors that he included are still very rich. Like those swatches, ooh, they still are rich. So they're more than a pop of color, and you're getting quite a few of them. And even that rose gold is really, really rich. And you have a shimmery green. So it's a nice balance if you're trying to help everybody to enjoy a palette. And I can see a lot of different looks that I could get using these shades. I actually like it even more looking at the swatches, because I can see all the glittery tones picked up, as opposed to just looking at it in the palette. If I just saw this palette laid out, I probably really wouldn't take a second look at it, but when I go to use it, I can see how pretty it is, and I'm gonna just rearrange it, because there has to be a way to just look a little bit more appealing on my eyes. I like what he did though. I like that it was shimmer then matte, shimmer then matte. I really enjoy that, and there's a good balance of both. There's equal amounts of both. So these are fun to play with. These textures are absolutely beautiful. Okay, editing Ashley here. I figured out why. This is almost like, this palette's kind of hurting my brain a little bit, and I figured out why. Okay, so we have the wintry, beautiful snow theme with the blues and purples. I think subconsciously I was expecting it to be that, and very obviously it's not. It's very much a fall color story, which, listen, your girl loves fall. I love it, but I'm just thinking like how this is 12 days of Lunar advent calendar. Typically, you're opening it during December, during the winter months. If you're just a typical everyday purchaser of an advent calendar like this, you'd be opening it in the winter months when you want winter colors. So it is an odd choice that he did fall, when fall technically would already have passed when you're opening this, or if you're gifting it even for Christmas time. You would think either winter or even winter shades that can go into the spring, although you can use those green tones in the spring. Do you know what I'm saying? Does anybody else know what I'm saying? It's weird because I didn't have expectations, but I think I did a little bit subconsciously have expectations with this beautiful, beautiful packaging. Not that it's not a beautiful color story. It's just not what I would expect for holidays. I mean, I know this kind of looks holiday. That green looks holiday. I guess I just expected a blue or a purple. I know there's plum, but you know. I don't know. It just doesn't match. It's just a little disjointed to me. Do you know what I'm saying? I see this happen with a lot of palettes where the outside gives me some kind of like feeling and vibe, but then when I open it, it's the opposite of that. And that is just what I'm struggling with right now. It's just like the outside not quite being as cohesive with the inside, except for a couple shades. But I understand the struggle and the balance, and I love the packaging, and I think it's gorgeous, and I like the color story. I guess I just like them separately. Does that make sense? Does it sound like I'm trying to convince myself to like a $50 palette? No, I do like them, and I love the experience, and I think it's super fun. Just know that if you're like me and you struggle with that situation, then it's a little bit of a struggle, but I do like it. Am I overthinking it? Probably. But that was fun. I love that. Let me know if you like advent calendars, and let me know if you got this. Did you unbox it all right away? Or are you waiting for the 12 days? And did I just ruin it for you? Because that's not my fault. I gave you a spoiler alert. But that's it. Subscribe before you go, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.